All right, Master Mason, no, we are tearing it down. The Jaeger, close enough. This is yours, okay? And this is super critical. I'm glad they handed it to me today. Uh, we'll check that out later. But this is you. Hi, this is picture me. I'll be this soon, hopefully. Or you could describe this as anybody else. I mean, honestly, given the topology right now, I think it's defined to say, let's say, case and incident report in case any turbulent flow of any form that I might think is relative right now. Like, there's a lot going on. Uh, I've taken on books like this. This is an algebra class. This is a college book when they hand you one. One of them. And there's a lot of them. This is a tread line, this is a tread saw, this is a skid steer. Because you got the skid steer plate right, you got the Jaeger plate right here, right, or wherever you guys gonna put, Mason tags or whatever the hell it is. I fucking get a pentagram and a Sarge right here for all I care. Jaeger, like a piece of metal, man. And I mean, for me, I don't care. You got a swastika on your forehead. You're gonna be the example in the Force MA bar of Sharp's Stanford Sexual Fundamental Failure Behavioral American Constitutional Standards of what physics is and energy. So I'm not really too particularly concerned of what some of this stuff looks like. This is just a different book of another form for me. On this one, what do we got? We got this bad puppy right here started. I mean, so that's the acute note there, the acute note, the chronic kind of variations, and it comes at you like this. It's hard not to have notes like this or something in like a book or binder, a big way to hub that off. So what they did is they engineered a form where this is their hillbilly spinner build on crack. Thermodynamics based on what is engineering becomes certain parts. Field manual. I mean, this is, like I said, combatives. When the amp control set point amps 29 at any page I pick in here, grow a mulberry bush, move a mountain, is 29, 21 apparently. These are pretty fixed numbers for some reasons. But they may not mix to anything yet, so I'll need to cross out these numbers and potentially limit out the floor. And I know that's coming under some way. I'm just not sure which of these exactly should do that or why they do that, and certainly not any of this heavy-duty profiling for the moment. We might get into that and whether that's a concept, because I will be reading this up fronty backy as a big stinky deal, as we have to do, right? Because what don't anybody do? Now, how did this not fucking do the job that this serves the purpose to do in the degree of X and Y? X and Z, I mean, that is X, you are Y, therefore Z is X and Y, and you're Z. You take these two pieces of numbers and you make the universe happen. It's just wiggle squiggly line, string theory, M theory, N theory, A theory, any theory. We'll kick up. I'll see if I can dig up some of my old Johnson and Rhodes saw programs, because I actually got in there and I'll do the terminals, do the feeds and speeds, and get everything set up 10-10-50, or whether you're doing one of the big dog saws or with the big blades on it, doing 12-inch stacks instead of the 12-inch blade, doing day cuts for turns, burning rock, making serviceability. You would say, well, which blades are better? You want to set them up like that? You just want to run serviceability because it's a heavy blade, it shouldn't matter. All right, so, I mean, there's some factors. You try your best to keep it up and above it, at least 0.5. Try to, if your table's real straight, which it looked like it was on their factor here. I took a bunch of pictures. I'll be loading that, because those pictures from there become this actual mill. This saw can set anywheres, and therefore the limitations of that bay can be very different. This could just be one of 5 saws set next to each other over to Johnson and Rhodes, because that's what their field manual looks like. And how you're going to flip rock against the wall, burn it over there, run the whole wall with stacks, stack them up 4 at a time, do it. Pallets, you might have 4 pallets set up with 12-foot treads on them, 2-inch, 12s, 2-inch 14s, or whatever with your skins, and you're laying them down, rolling them, stacking it up in double, triple quintillas, separating the 5s over 5s, rolling them over stacks and systems, walking them from the one side of it, and that's part of what this Jaeger is about, bro. So if a boss man knows those numbers, there's certain costs and ratios of those things. I'm not necessarily saying everybody's got to fucking unionize everything, but certainly you should look at your own degree to be able to handle some of this information correctly, because this is a real test. See, I don't have any of it yet, and I really don't know when and where. When Don asks me some questions later, or what do I call that gear, this XX's gearbox, I hear that smoking or fucking flaming. We got some sensors